What's going on, everyone? I hope everyone's having a great weekend. It is a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in South Texas. Got a bit of an experimental video going on today. Lately, I have been wanting to make the GTR a bit louder. I'm really trying to get some more turbo noise out of the exhaust, hearing the whistle and everything. And I think by changing out the exhaust, I might be able to do so. Currently, I am running an HKS Lego Max exhaust system consisting of the wide pipe, mid pipe, and axle back portion. I do have catless downpipes on it currently. I do hear some turbo whistle, but it's not as much as I'd like. So what I want to do is, before buying another $2,000 exhaust system, I'm going to disconnect the axle back portion, leaving the mid pipe dumped out to atmosphere, and then see how that sounds. I know it sounds a bit ricey, but hey, it's for experimental purposes. I've been trying to find a video to where someone has done it before, but I can't really seem to find one, so here I am doing it. On another note, I got the BMW finished finally. I got around to installing the Raceland coilovers and mounting the wheels and tires. The fitment came out perfect, to be honest. The fronts did rub a little bit to where I had to have the front fenders rolled. The rears didn't rub while driving, but whenever I would hit a decent bump, it would hit a little on the inside of the quarter panel, so I got the rears rolled as well. In the front, I did have to run a little spacer because the inside of the barrel was contacting on the strut, but the rear fit with no problems. I did max out the coilover, so that's as low as it'll sit. But I honestly love the way it looks, and it looks pretty decent parked up next to the GTR as well. Just want to get another angle for you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the cars go. I also did pick up this little guy today. It was on sale, so I'm like, why the hell not? I'm going to be slapping that on the GTR. Hopefully get some runs in, maybe post some reels. I do plan on getting the car retuned here soon. So I do want to get a flame map on the car. It currently doesn't have one. It's more tuned, I wouldn't say conservative, but just to where it won't blow up. So yeah, once I get a flame map and get some nice tunes in there, I'll probably post some reels, put that camera on there. But yeah, apart from that, let's get to taking this exhaust off. All right, GTR is lifted up on jack stands. I did have to change real quick because it got really hot really fast. Now I just have to remove this rear lower skid plate, which has like 1,000 bolts, and then drop the exhaust from there. All right, so 1,000 bolts and a few push clips later, rear skid plate's finally removed, and that exposes us to the exhaust system itself. So these resonators are the guys in question that are ruining my turbo whistle noises. So what I'm gonna do is actually disconnect it from right here. Initially, I was gonna disconnect it from that point right up there, but I think here is just a little bit easier, and it'll give me the same effect. Really, what I'm just trying to see here is how it will sound without these guys on. So go ahead and get these guys off, and then go from there. I ended up having to remove the whole mid pipe. I tried pulling the mid pipe down just to sit under this flange right here, but it didn't have too much give, so just removed it completely. Just took off 2 bolts over there. The whole mid pipe section came off, and then that way I didn't have to drop the rear axle back, because I didn't realize I have to take these guys off too just to get these out. So nothing too crazy, didn't even take that long. I went ahead and resecured this temporarily. I did have to drive without that skid plate once before, so I already know which are the secure spots, which are just these 2 right here, then that one right there in the front. Same thing for this side, this guy right here. These 2 holds it all sturdy, doesn't move around. I've driven it at highway speed, so. But nonetheless, here is the mid pipe. This gasket goes on that front flange, and then the gasket on the rear flange actually stuck on there. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take the GTR for a test drive, see how it sounds. All right, so initial drive, it's actually not as bad as I thought. It doesn't drone that much. You can definitely hear the turbo more, but since it's such an early cutoff from the turbos themselves, it sounds very all over the place, if that makes sense. It doesn't sound uniform, better said. So just to give you a little quick boost, check this out. Overall, it sounds really bad as far as the exhaust note goes, but that turbo whistle does sound pretty damn good. I'm gonna go ahead and whip a quick U-turn, do some small accelerations. Nothing too crazy, because like I said, being that it's cut off a little bit too early, I'm a little bit concerned about screwing up the air-fuel ratio. So just to play it safe, I'm not gonna really get on it, but just enough to build a little bit of boost so you can hear the turbo spool a little bit more. whistle sounds fantastic, like the turbo's full, but man, the exhaust note is so bad that it kind of floods it out, so you can't really hear it as well. But yeah, that's pretty much that. I'm gonna get back to the house and put the exhaust back on because this is just terrible. All right, so I got the mid pipe and the lower skid plate back on the vehicle. It wasn't hard at all to put on or take off, actually. It was really simple. I've taken the skid plate at least off before because I had to do the alignment on it, in which the adjustments are hidden behind the shield, so I had to take those off. One thing I failed to realize was I could have honestly taken the mid pipe off without needing to remove the skid plate itself. My plan initially was, of course, to remove the axle back, hence why I even dropped this thing, but after seeing that there was more to it than just taking this off, I just took the mid pipe off, which I could have taken off without taking this off. But nonetheless, at least I got what I wanted, or at least I was able to hear how it sounds without these lovely guys on, which I now appreciate very much because, man, that sounded bad. Nonetheless, I'm just going to lower it, take it for another quick test drive to make sure there's no exhaust leaks. This is where I'm probably going to leave this video. Stay tuned. I'm going to try to keep uploading more frequently, or at least try to get more uploads. And then, just like I said, I got this guy now, so hopefully I can get some cool shots for you guys. But yeah, I'm going to post a clip of me doing just a normal pull in the GTR so you can get a reference on how it should sound versus how it sounded with the versus how it sounded by me recording inside the actual car. So yeah, nonetheless, hope you guys take care, and yeah, comment, like, subscribe, hit me up if you have any questions. My Instagram is now phantasma_R35. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.